These are our fastball fingers. So to take those fingers and shift them over one, so now we feel like we're throwing a fastball with our middle fingers. So it's a comfortable grip. But the biggest mistake, and I wish this phrase was never said out there because it is very problematic for young pitchers with small hands.
Okay.
The term, and it does work for older pitchers, but the term circle changeup is when
You make a circle.
pitchers throw it and they make a circle with their fingers. So they touch, some will touch it this way, some will make a small circle, but for smaller hands, when they go to make that circle changeup, they have to roll that ball back into their palm to get those fingers to touch.
Yeah.
And anytime we throw a pitch that the ball is touching the palm of our hand, it becomes extremely hard to control. With that said, you might come across some pitchers that did it for a long time that did throw more of a pitch that was maybe in their palm a little bit further and they figure something out. But in general, most pitchers, especially younger pitchers, putting a ball in their palm, telling them to choke it, telling them to make a circle, does not work, right? And again, you may come across a couple that it does work, but most it doesn't. So again,
coaches shouldn't be discouraged if that's what they learned and they go to try to teach it and their students struggle. They shouldn't become discouraged because that really is not an effective, for smaller hands, that's not effective.
Yeah, don't get discouraged, but I mean, I encourage anybody who's coaching young players, just coaches in general, we got to understand there's way more ways to do something than just what worked for us.
Right.
Or how we were taught.
Right.
Like that is a mistake I made as a coach, and to be honest, it's one of the biggest mistakes a lot of coaches make. They think because they did it, that's going to work for everybody.
Yeah.
False.
Yeah.
That will never be the truth.
That's probably a little bit of human nature. Well, it worked for me.
Sure.
So,
and to be honest, it's where a lot of frustration and stuff comes from because kids try it, coaches try to use it, it doesn't work. Now everybody's frustrated.
That's what I mean. Like, don't get discouraged
Yeah.
if this is how you learned it and this is how you teach it and it's not working.
Yeah. So to go back to, so when I throw a fastball, the ball is not in my palm, right? So when I throw a changeup, I'm going to shift my fingers over and the ball is still not in my palm. But again, the biggest mistake is they try to touch their fingers and they roll it back. And that's where we get into trouble. So another part of it is my thumb placement on a fastball, wherever that is on my fastball, having young pitchers keep that thumb placement and just shift their fingers over. That thumb gives us, all pitchers, a lot of control to baseball. And for many, again, not all, but for many, once they start pulling that thumb up to the side to try to touch their fingers, they lose comfort in their grip, they lose feel, and it ends up becoming more of a, this doesn't work, it's not fun to throw, I can't throw it for a strike, I give up, let me just throw a curveball or something.
Yeah.
Right, so keeping the thumb underneath, keeping the ball out of our palm, and now the easiest way I found to take speed off, because we talk about your delivery needs to look like you're throwing a fastball. Your arm speed needs to be fastball arm speed. Now what hitters have a hard time picking up on is hand speed, right? So my arm they're gonna read what my arm does, what my delivery does, but they don't see if I slow my hand speed down, right? So on a fastball, naturally, we have some snap, some whip of the wrist, we get some velocity from that. So on a changeup, if I take my loose grip, I take the ball on my fingers, I feel it roll off my fingertips. I'm not going to put pressure with my fingertips. I feel it roll off my fingertips, and I almost have like a loose, limp, slow hand. That is the easiest way that I've found for young pitchers to take speed off of it.